Ladies and gentlemen, it's the fallen angel Christopher Daniels and Prime Time, better known as Triple X. And as good as we look and as bad as we are, it would be a crime not to pay to watch us work. And that's not just true of us, but true of all of TNA. So enjoy tonight's show, but enjoy it legally.
AMW, there's one match we'll be watching, and that's yours.
That's right.
Good luck.
I'm going to remain the king of the mountain until somebody is man enough to knock me off that mountain.
I've got a problem with you. And now you've got something I want.
Hogan wanted it, Sting wanted it, Truth wanted it, Raven wanted it, but I still have it. Jeff Hardy has told me personally, and everybody here at TNA, that next Wednesday night on pay-per-view, he will be right here in the asylum.
This could be dangerous. No, wait a minute. The lights are just going on. What's going on?
What the hell? What's going on? Who pulled the plug?
The Sheik is dead. Long live Raven.
Fight me! Fight me!
Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
But wait a minute. Why is this guy the sit-down backbreaker that he calls the shock treatment? Look out!
Oh, my God! A vicious slam step.
Powerbombed him right through the table. Sensational flip on my style. Oh, my God! Oh, God!
Oh, man, Mike. He hit that right on the leg.
He hit flush.
Oh, AJ's hurt. AJ Styles is hurt.
AJ, oh man, AJ, he tried to get back up to his feet, and he went right down in a heap again.
We call it high risk for a reason. This is not good. These guys put their bodies on the line like nobody else.
NWA's Director of Authority, Vince Russo, coming out to check. Oh, no, it just buckled on him again.
Referee Rudy Charles has stopped the bout as a result of a forfeit. The winner is Michael Shane.
AJ's a warrior. Right. Jerry Lynn out there. Look at that. His former partner, former X Division competitor.
From what I understand, you're going to bring your grandpa Jerry Lynn to watch your back.
But we're not going to be responsible for what happens to Jerry Lynn out there.
You already know that you never step to the coolest. Geriatric Lynn, I'm not going to wrestle you. If AJ is hurt and he can't wrestle, TNA gives an X Division title shot to the coolest person in the world.
There he is! AJ Styles heard the call! Slams him down. Wait a minute, Tracy comes in! Listen to this crowd!
Tracy up! Here comes the clash! Shane's from behind! Oh, wait a minute! He chop blocked him! He took out the injured knee! They threw everything at AJ from every possible angle! Interference from Tracy! Interference from Shane!
I have a question for Vince Russo. Who's going to get the title shot first?
And you are looking live in the Asylum locker room, where the injured knee of AJ Styles is being checked. TNA officials and AJ Styles are telling us that the decision regarding AJ wrestling tonight will be made at match time. Total non-stop action tonight, live from the Asylum. It's Six Sides of Steel, the historic first ever six-sided steel cage match as AMW challenge the Naturals for the NWA World Tag Titles. Plus, Jeff Hardy answers the proposal of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. The opening contest for total non-stop action wrestling, live on pay-per-view, is tag team action. Making their way to the ring representing Team Mexico, they are the team of Abismo Negro and Mr. Aguila. And hello once again. from ringside, Mike Tenay, joined by Don West, and tag teams are in the spotlight tonight. We open the pay-per-view with two of the top teams in what is a very deep, very competitive tag team division.
And their opponents, they are the team of the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and Prime Time. They are Triple X.
What an incredibly productive month July 2004 has been for Triple X. Reunited 3 weeks ago tonight after Christopher Daniels on the left returned from a separated shoulder. They've not only been unbeaten, they've been dominant. Asylum wins in a 3-team tornado tag and an 8-man X Division match. Impact victories over Team Japan and the Naturals, the latter a judge's decision over the reigning tag team champs. Tonight, Daniels and Prime Time have a chance to be the top contenders to the NWA Tag Team Champions, but Abismo Negro and Mr. Aguila, Team Mexico, stands in their way. And Don, speaking of Team Mexico, also available, pressing the SAP button on your remote control, a Spanish language broadcast with our broadcast colleagues Moody Jack and Armando Quintero.
You know, you brought up the fact that this is a #1 contenders match and how effective Triple X has been since Prime Time and Christopher Daniels have re-teamed up. They've let AMW know that they want to show them how much better they are than them, that they have the better record against them. But let me tell you something. Two things have to happen there. And the first one is Triple X has to get by Team Mexico, and we know how good Mr. Aguila and Abismo Negro can be. These guys were former victors in the Ultimate X Cups, and these guys have been so good together as a team.
Well, you're right, Don. Two of the members of Team AAA, so successful in our International X-Cup competition. They're used to the pressure in a high-stakes situation like they're in tonight, where we will determine new #1 contenders to the tag team titles. Also want to welcome for the first time all of our viewers watching us on the Dish Network. Great to have you as part of the TNA family.
Well, I'll tell you what, strap on your seatbelt, folks. For those of you tuning here for the first time, you are going to see total non-stop action. As you see right there, Daniels and Abismo Negro locking up in the middle of the ring.
Right before we came on the air, we received word that NWA Director of Authority Vince Russo is not at the Asylum tonight due to unforeseen circumstances, but the word that we get is that we understand he's in close contact with TNA officials when it comes to making these major decisions.
Look at the strength right there as Abismo Negro. Oh, he brings Christopher Daniels down, puts the knee to the gut right there, and goes for the pin, but Daniels puts him away. Great move. Look at this.
Fallen Angel and Abismo Negro. Abismo Negro, the national middleweight champion of Mexico for nearly 2 years. Back in the year 2000, he won the Rey de Reyes, the King of Kings event that Jeff Jarrett, the King of the Mountain, was the victor of that event in the year 2004.
You can see that Christopher Daniels still has the bandage right there on the left shoulder, and I asked him about it, and, you know, he said the pain is still there, and the pain's probably always going to be there. He's just learned to deal with it.
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors that time by Abismo Negro on Daniels, and now turns things over to Mr. Aguila, the new national light heavyweight champion of Mexico, winning that championship just a couple of weeks ago at the Triple Mania event in front of 16,000 fans in Mexico City.
One thing Triple X has always been good at, maybe better than anybody in tag team history here in TNA, is their quick tags. They know how to keep each of the members fresh. They do it so well. It's what made them so successful when their reign as tag team champions.
Prime Time charges at Aguila, who elevates him up to the ring apron. Prime Time fights back. Wow, roundhouse kick that nailed him.
Right over the top of the ropes. That just shows you how limber Prime Time can be, but Aguila, using his experience right there, brings Prime Time back down.
Now, Prime Time went high risk way too early, way too quick. Aguila able to connect with the kick. Now the follow-up move. Both wrestlers up on the middle rope, and Prime Time able to fight off Aguila. Aguila charging at Prime Time with punches, but Prime Time sunset flip. Momentum tries to roll through. Quickly, Aguila back to his feet. Prime Time maintains the offensive, drives the boot directly into the face of Aguila. Gonna try and shoot him off into the ropes. Great headstand, spring back, avoid the contact from Prime Time. Oh, and nailed him with a jumping back kick.
That shows you how agile and how athletic Mr. Aguila is. He's almost got the pin right there. And unbelievable how he was able to figure out where he was in the ring and then make the spin kick and put Prime Time down.
Repeated kicks delivered by Aguila to the side of Prime Time. Took the shortcut that time, but hooked him right in the eyes. Watch the double spring.
Look at this. Look at Aguila. He's just right now. He's in total control. There he slams Prime Time down.
Cutting with the power slam. Here's the There's the 2 count. Amazing, that one fluid motion. Springboarding up the middle rope, up to the top, then right back into the power slam. The follow-up cover, but only a 2 count. Knife edge chop, rocks Prime Time against the ropes. You saw the blind tag by Daniels. Christopher Daniels, the legal man in, and look at the double team move.
Great move right there, and smart on Daniels' part. He saw that Prime Time might be in a little bit of trouble when he got close to him. Made sure he got the blind tag in there, and now that he's fresh, he went in there and almost got the pin right there on Aguila.
Again, keep in mind the winning team in this opening contest tonight on the pay-per-view will be recognized as the #1 contenders for the NWA World Tag Team Champions. They're going to be in line for a tag title shot, whoever it is that's successful. Great elevation that time as Prime Time takes his own partner up into the air. Daniels drops the knee, but it's Prime Time that goes for the pin on Aguila and another near fall.
All that was made right there, Mike, because of, again, the series of quick tags that they just did. Daniels went in, came right back, got Prime Time back in. Aguila never had time to look up. There was always 2 people in the ring against him, and they were always late.
Prime Time drills him right between the shoulder blades with the kick. Another pin attempt and another 2 count for Triple X. On the verge of victory here in this matchup on several occasions, but not yet able to put away Team Mexico.
Well, they're keeping Mr. Aguila isolated over there on their end. And again, look at that. They just tag back and forth, keep it fresh, tag again. These guys are amazing how they do this. They just know the best way to win in a tag team match is to be always fresh and to always keep the other team on their feet, or on their toes, and they do it so well.
It really is back to tag team basics as we see Aguila connect with the short arm clothesline, just like you mentioned. Quick tag in at Prime Time. He comes springing into the ring, and he connects with a clothesline on Aguila.
Well, Christopher Daniels right there was in a little bit of trouble after the clothesline that he took from Aguila, so he was able to get Prime Time back in, and Prime Time returns the favor on Aguila.
Of course, this larger 6-sided ring, the benefit here from what I talk to the wrestlers and what they tell me goes to the more athletic of the tag teams as we see Daniels drop the elbow off the top.
Unbelievable teamwork right there. Here it goes. I don't know how much more Aguila can take. Whoa! How did he get out of that? You got to give him credit, Mike. He is taking a beating in there, and he's giving it back. I mean, he is fighting for his life.
That really is the key. Aguila has been on the receiving end of this offensive blitz from Triple X to the point that at this, he really needs to get his tag team partner desperately into the matchup. He needs to get the freshman, Abismo Negro, into the battle.
Oh, that's so true. And they collide right there in mid-ring. And Aguila, I don't know that he knows where he's at right now. He's got to get a tag to Negro. As Christopher Daniels in Prime Time seen a lot more pressure. And look at this. Christopher Daniels sees him going forward, going to pull him right back.
The fallout,
nice kick by Aguila.
Fallout from that mid-ring collision is that Aguila is able to get Abismo Negro in. Open hand slaps. Delivered to the chest of both members of Triple X. Now he's got Daniels, and Abismo goes to fire him off. Daniels puts on the brakes, shoots Abismo Negro off into the corner, but Prime Time's right there waiting. Abismo,
what a move there by Abismo Negro causes Prime Time to kick his own partner, the Fallen Angel.
And tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Abismo Negro on Daniels, almost as if this Lucha Libre style has thrown Triple X a little bit of a curveball.
Oh, man, and he goes in and gets his partner in right away while they've got Prime Time out of the ring, and they've got Christopher Daniels isolated right here. Look at the teamwork.
Double team with a high hip toss takeover by Triple A's Team Mexico, Aguila and Abismo Negro. Now Aguila springs up the middle rope. Caught Daniels in the back of the head. Pin attempt by Abismo is broken up by Prime Time.
Just in time as Prime Time got in there right before the hammer was dropped on Christopher Daniels. Admire Prime Time in the ring. When you look at him, he's just such a physical specimen in such a cool shape right there, and he uses his strength so well.
But Triple X, even though they've thrown just about everything at Team Mexico, they haven't been able to put him away. Headstand on the turnbuckles and drops into a leg drop. Split leg moonsault that time by Daniels. Here's the pin and another near fall.
Abismo Negro, he's still too fresh in there, not ready to go down just yet, but they have a shot right here because they got both men in the ring, and here they go for the teamwork. And Aguila, what a kick right in there to Prime Time, not going to let him do it.
Triple X going for that powerplex double team move. Powerbomb suplex combination. Doesn't connect as you see Prime Time and Aguila crash down to the asylum floor, and while Aguila landed on the steel ring steps.
Oh, man, Aguila got to be in pain, and so is Prime Time as he's down on the floor. Out right now, it's Abismo Negro, Christopher Daniels, and oh, great move there by Christopher Daniels getting out of the way.
Able to sidestep Abismo Negro, going to go for the Angel's wing. Yes. Dropped him on his head. Here's a pin attempt. Far legs hook. Here's 2. They got it.
The winners of the match, Triple X.
And just like that, Christopher Christopher Daniels. At prime time, Triple X moved into the #1 contenders position to the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Huge win. Great way to kick off the pay-per-view for Triple X.
They are back, Mike, as these two worked so well together. They had an unbelievable matchup in the great competitors that Team AAA Mexico are, as they're getting into the ring right there, and look at as they pose right here. They know that they are so close to retaining that gold that they once held.
And you have to admit, as we see Team Mexico come together, Team Mexico really gave them a battle here, Don.
Oh, look at this. Now that's a great show of sportsmanship right there.
You see the mutual respect between these two teams, Team Mexico and Triple X. That's a great show of sportsmanship, no question about it. Most importantly, Triple X, now the #1 contenders. And you see TNA cameras on hand at the Nashville International Airport, awaiting the arrival of Jeff Hardy.
It's a big night at TNA, and I'm with the alpha male, Monty Brown. Monty, you made it crystal clear last week here at the Asylum and on Impact that your sights are set on the World Heavyweight Championship. My question for you is, what's the next step? How do you proceed toward that goal?
What's the next step, Scott? Gee, let's take a look. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. What has the alpha male done? He has destroyed and dismantled everyone you put in his path. Sabu, Caribou to the alpha male. Pat Kenney destroyed. Sonny Siaki dominated. Vito Brown pounced that head right off their shoulders. King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett. How did he get that title? Who did you beat, King of the Mountain? Who was in that match? You went through Raven, not the alpha male. Ron the Truth Killings. The truth is, Ron, you will get mangled by the alpha male. Wildcat Chris Harris. You're just a little kitty cat to the alpha male. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. You must...
Hold up, wait a minute. This situation needs the truth up in it. Let me tell you something, Alpha Stale.
Tell me something.
I think your problem is you got a case of the double D's. You're delusional and you're in denial. This is not professional football. Never watched you before, heard you was pretty good. Maybe that's where you should be at. Then you can pounce yourself silly. You called me out like you need to see me about something. Last time you saw me about something, we locked horns and you didn't pass the test. You're not fit to be a professional wrestler, and you're definitely not fit to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Punk step up to get beat down. Now pounce on that.
Pounce on this, Truth. If you think for a second that the alpha male isn't ready to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion, not only will I give you the pleasure of getting pounced, but grab your other two hyenas, bring them with you, and they will get dominated too.
Boy, you must have a death wish.
Yeah,
what's your problem?
Let's get out of here, guys. Back to you. What? The Serengeti is the victim.
You guys better start shaping up. Me and Trinity, we took care of the Siaki situation. We took care of our business. Later on, we're gonna take care of some more.
Right there, it's Vito. He said he was going to take care of business, and he's doing it. He obviously caught Pat Kenney unawares.
But we heard that right on the top of the program. Vito and Trinity in conference with the NYCs, with Glenn Gilberti and Johnny Swinger. They said they were going to make this happen.
Trinity, look at her. She's rubbing it in. I mean, Vito's just letting him have it. Garbage can.
Being Irish, you know what that means? That means I want to get into a fight, Vito. I want you to knock me down. I like it. I want you to hit me as hard as you can in the face so I can get up and fight you again.
The following contest is a Sicilian street fight. Making his way to the ring, being led by Trinity from Staten Island, New York. This is Vito.
The newest member of the New York connection. As you heard JB say, Staten Island's own Vito brings a no-nonsense attitude to an NYC's group that has fallen on tough times. In an attempt to straighten out Glenn Gilberti and Johnny Swinger for the family back home, Vito has tried to lead by example, as he did last Wednesday here at the Asylum with 2 attacks on Irish Pat Kenney.
And his opponent, weighing in at 238 pounds, he is Irish Pat Kenney.
Well, we just saw it moments ago in that video package where Kenney was the target of those 2 unprovoked attacks last week. And there you see Irish Pat coming from the crowd here at the Asylum and going to sneak up from behind on Big Vito.
Vito doesn't realize he's looking for him to come down the ramp. Irish Pat Kenney, he was blindsided before. He's not going to be this time. And he's let Vito have it.
You know, Kenny's Irish temper, it flared up to the point that he issued this open challenge, this one-on-one matchup with Vito. He opened the door for Vito to select his style of match. Vito obliges. He says, we'll choose a Sicilian street fight. Come dressed as you are. Weapons are allowed. You win via pinfall or submission.
Well, you heard what Irish Pat Kenney said. He's Irish. That means he's always looking for a fight. You hit him once, that's okay. He's going to get back up and let you hit him again. Eventually, you get tired of hitting him, and he ends up getting it on you. And Irish Pat Kenney showing his toughness right up from the beginning.
Yeah, smart move by Kenney to come from the crowd at the Asylum, sneak up behind Vito. I mean, anything goes in this match. You might as well take a shot. Vito able to avoid him with a...
What a wicked kick right into the garbage can lid, right into Pat Kenney's face.
Yeah, no way that Kenney could avoid the contact. What a stiff, lethal kick that was by Vito. Trash can went right into the face of Kenney, and kendo stick shot to the back by Vito.
I can tell you from personal experience, that hurts about as much as anything can hurt, and I mean, he just let him have it.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that. You were on the receiving end of one of those a while back, weren't you?
A couple of those. But look at this, and I'll tell you what, though, they weren't coming as hard as Vito putting him on Irish Pat Kenney when I got him, I'll tell you that. Look at that, how he just practically broke it on his back. He's done it again.
Just shot after shot with the kendo stick. Right almost to the point of breaking it over Kenny's back. And
well, he figured he got one in the head. He might as well return the favor to Irish Pat Kenney. We'll see if Kenney can get up from this.
Wow, what other weapons do they have inside the trash can? It looks like a pizza pie pan. And what is it? That's a pizza dough roller.
Well, that's part of the
I guess you're right. That makes sense, doesn't it?
So think about it. And I'll tell you what, this is like one of those battles right here where at this point I don't even think either one of them are trying to win. They're just trying to inflict punishment on each other.
And they're both doing a pretty good job of that.
Oh, Irish Pat Kenney, that was a blow he took to the gut there with the pizza roller. Oh, again with the kendo stick. I'm telling you what, this is just... There is nothing conventional about this match whatsoever.
Watch Kenney fight back, using the top of the trash can that time to nail Vito, and now he's got the kendo stick. Just as Kenney goes to swing that Singapore cane, Vito cuts him off, uses the trash can lid, and it's like he's gone into the trash can for another weapon. Got another stick. Oh, man. Drilled him right across the lower back.
You see right there, Vito is absolutely now in total control and has been here since the beginning onslaught that Irish Pat Kenney had. Oh my gosh!
Just measures him and drills him in the head that time.
I want to tap out for Irish Pat Kenney. There he goes, finally for a pin.
Well, you're right, Don. You pointed it out. The opening several minutes of this matchup. Just a beatdown using the weapons by both of these men before there was even an attempt at a pin. Pair of right hands. Have Kenney rocking, but you see that Irish Pat gets back up to his feet, and Vito drives another one right into the chest.
I'll tell you what, Vito is absolutely in total control. He named the fight. He wanted the fight. Now we know why he wanted a Sicilian street fight. Irish Pat Kenney just, holy cow, now what's he gonna do? He's pulling out one of the garbage cans. Oh, man, it just gets worse for Irish Pat Kenney right here. What else can he hit him with?
Well, Vito obviously had the trash can inside the trash can. Going to try a side slam, and...
Got to reach. Kenney's trying to fight it off.
Watch Vito reach.
Oh, and crushes him right on the garbage can. Look at that.
That really was a great try by Pat Kenney to try and fight that off, but you saw Vito dig down deep, use his strength, re-grip Kenney, and then drive him back first into the steel. Here's the pin. Here's two, and Pat Kenney still has life.
Would that have been legal if he pinned him on top of the garbage can?
Up to the referee. That's the decision of senior official Rudy Charles. Obviously.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Now he's using it and just smashing Irish Pat Kenney with it. Irish Pat Kenney has taken a beating like we haven't seen, folks. He has got to find some way to turn the tide right now, and I just don't see it happening. I mean, Vito just is relentless, Mike. One thing after another. If you smash one garbage can up, well, just grab another one.
Got another one stacked up. Let's see what Vito has in mind for Kenney here. Going to position him across the bottom turnbuckle. Repeated shots with the boot. Directed the chest of Irish Pat.
Oh, what's he setting him up for now? This does not look good. Oh, no.
Trash can in place. Vito going to go across. What's he got? He's weighing the choices. The Singapore cane, the kendo stick that has already been broken, or this stiff wooden stick.
Trying to show us some of his, what, martial arts maneuvers here.
Yeah,
it was a decoy.
That's one of the martial arts maneuvers, all right.
It was a decoy right there, and we were all fell for it. We were all watching the stick, and Pat Kenney was looking up at it, wondering which way he had to dodge, and he just kicked the garbage can right into the groin, and look at this, he's just not even letting up.
Trash can set in place by Vito. Across the chest and the body, we have here, he's got that dough roller.
The confidence is just oozing out of Vito right now. Look at this.
In this Sicilian street fight, Pat Kenney looks like he's going to try and mount it.
Oh, he does. He nails him with the garbage can. I think Vito thought Kenney was out. I think he didn't think Pat Kenney could get up, and I'll tell you what, he just took way too much time, and now look at Kenney go crazy.
Shot after shot to the trash can, to the back of Vito, and you're right. Irish Pat has his Irish up.
And wait a minute, he's got the Irish whip.
He's got that green whip, the Irish whip.
And look at him go to town. Oh, man, you know what, though? He said that he can keep getting back up, and he's proven it right here.
And it's legal. Weapons are allowed. Kenney strapping Big Vito. Now he's got it wrapped around his neck while he connects with right hand after right hand. Now he's going to try and choke the life out of Vito.
Oh, man, Irish Pat Kenney, he got the...
Look out.
Oh, wait a minute, here comes Trinity. Come on.
Trinity from behind.
Oh, he just disposes of her quickly.
Kenney able to shrug her off, and...
You want some of it, Trinity? Well, then you're going to get some of it. Again, though, that's what Trinity was out there to do, to distract them, and it worked.
Yeah, it worked to perfection. It really did. The distraction as Trinity gets in the ring. Yeah, Pat Kenney got a couple of shots in with that Irish whip, but he turned his back on his opponent, and let's see if Big Vito can capitalize. Gonna just try and get him up to his feet.
Oh, well, look at that. Look what Big Kenny's doing. He's using the Irish whip again, almost the same way that Vito used the garbage can.
Oh, the low blow. Low blow from behind by Trinity, outside the sight of the referee, Rudy Charles. There's the double arm DDT. There's the 3 count.
The winner of the match, Vito.
He calls that the Luca Brazzi. And while it was the move that immediately preceded the pin, I think we all know that it was the interference and it was the low blow by Trinity that allowed that victory to go Vito's way.
Oh, absolutely. Irish Pat Kenney, wait a minute. What's this all about? You already proved your point. I mean, this guy's taken enough of a beating, and now they're double teaming him, and oh no, Vito's got the whip.
He's got the Irish whip that he's taken from Kenney, and wait a minute.
Security's coming out here.
Black shirt security headed from the back towards the ring.
Look at Vito, though. He's fighting them all off, and while he's doing it, Trinity's getting a few more cheap shots in.
Here comes the head of security, Heavy D, Big Don Harrison. Look at this nose-to-nose with Vito.
I'll tell you what, though, he thought twice about swinging that whip at Heavy D, as Heavy D doesn't back down from no man, as you see him just giving Vito the stare down.
Wow, what a standoff it is. Nose-to-nose.
Listen to this crowd.
And Heavy D. Great to see the black shirt security stepping up to the plate like Don Harris just did. Don, sit tight. Let's review the history behind this situation involving David Young, the NYC's, and believe it or not, referee Mike Posey.
This thing is not our fault. All right? This thing is David Young's fault.
Who's David Young?
David Young is the worst wrestler in TNA.
Oh,
okay,
accuse me. How is this all my fault?
You haven't won a match in like 2 years.
Like that's not the problem here. Mike Posey's the problem here.
He's manhandling an NWA official, and he threw Mike Posey down.
There's Mike Posey. He's got a broom.
He's got a broom in his hand.
The numbers came right here. All right, let's get some people out here right now. But wait a minute. Shark Boy and D-Ray 3000.
And they hit the ring to save Mike Posey. You know what? You can't blame Mike Posey really for losing it here.
We get ready for six-man action. D-Ray, referee Mike Posey, and Shark Boy, Swinger David Young, and Glenn Gilberti. Is that Gilberti on the phone? Hawaii? Where is Glenn Gilberti?
Hold on just a minute. I'm on the phone.
Is he in Hawaii?
How could you be in Hawaii? What do you mean customs?
Custom for Hawaii? It's a state. Johnny, he's no help. Where is Glenn Gilberti?
David, you're wasting your money. He's not coming.
Oh, I get it. This is one of those ruses, one of those master plans that Young and Swinger and Gilberti put together, right?
Yeah, master plan. That's it. Glenn's not going to be here tonight. He's in Hawaii.
Look, David.
Yeah, he's not going to be here.
Let me show you something, David. Look at this. This is the gut check list. Number 1, Glenn Gilberti. Number 2, David Young. How he's ahead of you, I don't know. This might be your last chance tonight, David. It might be your best chance, but it could be your last chance. You're 0-86 coming in, David.
You know what? You're a negative little man. You look at the glass half empty every single time. Did you know that? You make me sick. Let me tell you the bottom line. Tonight is not the end of a losing streak. It's the beginning of a winning streak. Tonight, David Young goes on the mat. Tonight, I show the world that if I can't beat a referee, you don't have to fire me. I won't come back.
Strong words from David Young as we get... Johnny. There's a match. There's a six-man waiting on you in the ring. Johnny, do you mind?
I know that, Scott. I'm busy right now.
I think you may have a call, Johnny. Let's go to the ring.
The following six-man tag team action is scheduled for one fall. About to make their way to the ring representing the NYC, this is Johnny Swinger and his tag team partner from Atlanta, Georgia. He is David Young.
Now, wait a minute, Don. Are you buying into these geniuses, as they refer to it, as their master plan?
I don't know that David Young was all that convincing that this was a master plan. But then again, with Gilberti, you never know. So I'll be honest with you, I'm a little confused. Is Gilberti here or not?
I mean, what could Gilberti be thinking? At a time his in-ring career is on a downward slide. He's on the gut check list, and now he's in Hawaii?
Surely
and
not.
Their opponents from 20,000 leagues under the sea. This is Shark Boy from Detroit, Michigan. D-Ray 3000. And from Birmingham, Alabama, referee Mike Posey.
The already unique and very interesting pairing of the cult favorites Shark Boy and D-Ray 3000 just got more intriguing with the addition of the man that was mounting the corner turnbuckles there. Referee Mike Posey. We've seen Mike Posey embarrass Mr. Losing Streak David Young on several occasions, and now these two are officially on opposite sides in this, I guess we're going to call this a 5-man tag team match. TNA officials going to allow this to be a 3-on-2 situation, a handicap match, for what they tell me are obvious reasons.
Well, hey, so like I said, supposedly Glenn Gilberti is stuck in Hawaii, but so now we've got 3-on-2, and I'll tell you what, it's like if the odds don't just keep getting worse for David Young.
I want to remind you that yet to come tonight, the 6 sides of steel. First time ever, 6-sided steel cage. AMW looks to regain the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts. Plus, we're waiting word on the condition of the knee of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Scheduled to team with Jerry Lynn tonight against Kazarian and Michael Shane. But Don, it was quite a beating that knee took 1 week ago tonight.
What a courageous effort it was when AJ Styles came back out later on in the program and took on Kazarian. Of course, Michael Shane, with the referee not seeing it, cost AJ that victory. But again, when you looked at the video and saw it at the beginning of the program and what AJ went through, it'd be a miracle if he can make it out here.
How about that hit and run offense by referee Mike Posey, connecting with the one move on David Young and then quickly tumbling to his corner and tagging Shark Boy in. I think that's probably the way for Mike Posey to go in this match.
Well, the frustration is mounting for David Young. What did we hear? 0-86?
Yeah, for those of you scoring at home, 0-86 is the record for Mr. Losing Streak. As Shark Boy says, put on the brakes. That has to be the oldest trick in the book. And you know what? David Young fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
But things are going bad. Things just get worse. And David Young right now is just, number one, he's confused that Glenn Gilberti's not out here, planning on Gilberti being a part of this and it being a 3-on-3. Now he's out there and falling for the oldest trick in the book. His shoes untied will be next.
Shoots Shark Boy off into the rope. Shark Boy springs. And this time, well, let's see if it works for David Young. I don't think so. There's the bite from Shark Boy.
Oh, what a running clothesline right there by Johnny Swinger, who for some reason loves this getup that he's in. I don't know what it is.
You know, we've got so many new viewers. I guess we have to bring them up to speed on this Johnny Swinger situation. He and Glenn Gilberti losing humiliation matches, and for a 2-month period, they have to wear these ridiculous outfits. Johnny Swinger dressed like an island girl, but seeming to like it more with every passing week.
Of course, Glenn Gilberti, who's not here, who's supposed to be here, has to walk around in a leprechaun costume, and that's why, if he's not here, I believe that's the reason why he just cannot stand people seeing him looking that ridiculous.
You see the double team move by Shark Boy and D-Ray. Oh, punctuated with the double Russian leg sweep, and then Posey in. You're going to take him up, drive him down.
Isn't it great how they're using Mike Posey in this situation?
D-Ray's got the
that
pin.
He's not the wrestler that they are.
Sure.
D-Ray had him pinned.
He sure did. He had him pinned. Referee Andrew Thomas, distracted by David Young, didn't even put in the count.
But knowing that Posey's not the wrestler that the other two are, they bring him in when it's necessary, and it just kind of rubs salt in the wounds on the other two.
Posey
wants the tag.
He's asking for the tag.
Here it comes. Quick kick. Another one.
And then rights and lefts to the back of Swinger before he's reversed and shot up into the ropes, ducked that clothesline. Wow, went for the cross body block and zero impact on Swinger.
Well, that's what happens when 80 pounds hits 220 pounds.
I didn't know Mike could gain weight. Now Swinger takes Posey and just throttles him.
Now, Posey should have stuck with the original game plan they obviously
Yeah, you're
had.
right.
Let him come in, do a quick damage, and get out.
I think his confidence level got him just a little bit too high, asked for the tag. D-Ray and Shark Boy turned it over to him, and Mike Posey now on the receiving end of a beating, but he was able to get the boot up.
Tell you what, I think Mike Posey was hearing the crowd calling his name. It got him fired up. But now, as you see that, let's talk about the other side of it. Let's talk about the dangerous side of it. This guy's not a wrestler.
It's true.
David Young is. David Young's got experience. Johnny Swinger's got experience. Mike Posey could get seriously hurt in this ring right now.
And David Young goes for the lateral press. Shark Boy in to make the save. You hear the crowd here at the TNA Asylum. They were cheering on Posey, trying to get him to mount some kind of a comeback. But boy, the impact of that move in the corner when David Young took him overhead and sent him back first into the turnbuckles may just be too much for Mike Posey to overcome.
Oh, he's in no man's land right here. I mean, especially on the far side of the ring. He's nowhere near getting a tag in. This could be wicked, and this is David Young's chance right here to get his victory.
And then you take into account, Don, the larger ring area in this six-sided ring. It's going to make it even more difficult for Posey to try and get across and get his partners in, and it's going to make it easier for Swinger and Young to cut off the ring.
You know, we talked about it being a handicap match, but when you throw in the inexperience of Mike Posey, then it really kind of turns the tide maybe the other way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the reason the TNA officials said that they were going to go with this handicap match and allow it due to obvious reasons. I think that makes sense now.
Oh, Mike Posey is just absolutely getting demolished in the ring right now. It was funny early on. Now it's kind of ceasing to be funny as here David Young going to go for the finish.
David Young headed to the top. Going to go high risk, and
just in time does Posey get out of the way, and that was a wicked hit by David Young.
Went for the moonsault, crashed and burned instead. Pancaked him that time, dropped him face first. Of course, David Young, known for using his spinebuster move to gain him many victories before this 86-match losing streak came into play.
If he gets it on Mike Posey right here, get an ambulance ready.
Duck of the clothesline. Posey Gonna try it.
Posey showing some moves of his own right there. Obviously, Shark Boy and D-Ray 3000 work with him as here comes Shark Boy.
That may be the best move yet. Tag into Shark Boy after that head scissors takedown by Posey. Shark Boy, drop kick first for David Young, then one for Johnny Swinger. Now he's going to take David Young, send him into the turnbuckles, and going to go for the corner mount.
As there he goes, raining the blows down on the top of David Young's head, and David Young using his brute strength right there. They were just bouncing off his head like it was a giant bowling ball and didn't hurt him at all.
Oh, there's the Afro Ram. D-Ray connecting on David Young. Swinger in for the save.
As you see now, Shark Boy taking it out on Johnny Swinger right there, and Johnny Swinger just throws him right out of the ring.
Just flung Shark Boy down to the floor here at the Asylum, but Shark Boy able to hook the leg of Swinger, drag him out as well. There's that spine buster we're talking about, and David Young connects spine buster on D-Ray 3000. Can he put him away here? What's the delay?
I don't know, man. Get your pin, David Young. You just, oh, wait a minute. I think he wants to do double duty right here.
I see what it is. Open hand slap to Mike Posey. And now going to go back to D-Ray.
Oh, he's pulling D-Ray up to his feet because there's no way D-Ray could get to it on his own after that spine buster. Now what's he going to do? Wait a minute! Oh! Did you see that? Posey
cut
kicked
the drop
D-Ray!
kick. Game pin. They did it. He lost another one.
The winners of the match, D-Ray 3000, Shark Boy, and referee Mike Posey.
Well, thank you very much in the truck for that update at 0-87. Hey, didn't David Young say that if he couldn't beat Mike Posey, he might as well pack his bags and leave?
Well, I'll tell you what, that was unbelievable how he held, getting ready to put D-Ray 3000 out of his misery, and let's call him drop kick Posey. Gets up there and just drop kicks D-Ray right on top of David Young.
DK Posey.
DK Posey.
Drop kick Posey, connects into the back of his own partner. The momentum and the weight allows D-Ray to go on for the cover. Posey jumps on for the game pin, and you saw it flashing on your screen. David Young falls to 0-87.
TNA's not going to have much of a choice here before long. I mean, he's just been hanging on the gut checklist.
Wait a minute, David Young has motioned for JB to hand a microphone into him. What's this about?
That's not funny, shut up! All I've ever asked for in this company was a chance. Vince Russo, I know you're sitting at home watching the show right now. I need one more chance, Vince Russo.
One more chance?
I think he's going to cry.
I need one more chance. I only have two people to blame for this. Mike Posey and Glenn Gilberti.
Pointing the finger of blame at Gilberti now.
Next week, me and Mike Posey one-on-one, and if I don't beat him, I'll leave the company forever.
Wow.
Well, he said if he couldn't beat him, he might as well pack his bags and leave.
Well, now he's putting it on himself one-on-one. And that's a lot to put on it. He loses, he's gone.
Issuing the challenge for a match against Mike Posey next week is David Young. And you are looking outside the Asylum, where the limousine has arrived. We're instructed, we're told that Jeff Hardy is in the limousine.
I recognize those boots.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes is here. And you know what that means? That must mean Jeff Hardy's here as well.
What a night we got tonight. You talk about hot. Oh, yeah.
It's almost time for the battle of the madmen, the monster abyss, and the homicidal, suicidal. Jenna.
Darling, you'd have to be suicidal to be up against me in all my glory or my abyss.
And Sabu. But speaking of abyss, where is the big man, Goldie? Where's the monster?
Oh, he's a big boy, Mr. Hudson. He's wherever I want, when I want him to be.
That's understandable. Why are you here? What's with Alex Shell?
Over the last several weeks, Mr. Hudson, I've had the time of my life. Oh, because I've gotten what I've wanted. Three things most important to me. Money, power, oh, dude, look, darling, and more money. And look at my new addition, the baby bear. Contracts, I've got his contract, Eric's contract. I want more contracts. So you know what? I'm putting up a little, I don't know, Goldilocks money contract. You want money? Come get money. You win, you get the money. If not, I get you a contract. Anybody who's man enough or stupid enough.
You're putting up the money against the...
Oh, absolutely. It's my new hobby. It's tantalizing.
Sounds like you're collecting... D-Ray.
Got somebody right here. You've accepted my little challenge. How delightful.
You talking something about some money, lady?
Yes, you want some money and you've accepted. Oh, won't it be fun? It'll be just fantastic. I've got your money, so we'll see you. Pardon me. I've got to go to the rich.
Well, please, don't let me get... D-Ray, do you know what you've done?
I'll take some money. She got some money, hey.
I don't think you understand. She's got the monster abyss and the baby bear. Does Shark Boy know about this?
He good with it. For the fro, know what I'm saying? He good with it.
You're the fro. Let's go to the ring.
The following contest is a no disqualification match. About to make his way to the ring, standing 6'8", weighing in excess of over 350 pounds, he is the Monster Abyss.
It was last Wednesday right here at the Asylum at the conclusion of a tag team match where both Abyss and Sabu were involved. We witnessed a physical beatdown. Abyss used his torture rack and then his shock treatment backbreaker before putting Sabu through a table. Tonight, two of the most out of control and unpredictable men to ever step in a wrestling ring are set to do battle. It's no disqualification, and it's falls count anywhere in the Asylum.
And his opponent from Pompeii, this is Sabu.
For months, Don, we've seen that Sabu has been distracted by the words, by the messages, by the mind games, and by the challenges of Raven. Tonight, Sabu cannot afford to fall into the trap of having anything less than 100% focus, 100% concentration on a 6'8", 350-pound monster.
Boy, you said it right there, Mike Tenay. I mean, Raven's not even been here and he's able to get into the head of Sabu. But if he is distracted for any second of any thoughts of Raven or what he might do or any messages he might send, he's going to get it from Abyss, because this monster has a one-track mind, and that mind right now is set definitely right on Sabu.
Wow, I'm surprised that Sabu tried to overpower Abyss here in the early going, but now able to fight back with a series of rights. I think it's a smart move by TNA management. Anticipate just how difficult the referee's job is going to be, making this no disqualification and falls count anywhere. Sabu from the middle rope.
Could it really be any other way? Look at that, as Sabu caught it. You thought he was going to be able to turn the Hurricane Run, and that just shows you how strong Abyss is.
Absolutely overpowered him, didn't he?
But Sabu used his momentum right there, was able to bring Abyss right outside of the ring. And what's he getting? Oh, there he's got it.
Well,
an extension of Sabu, the chair.
First choice of weapon for Sabu, the steel chair. One shot to the back. Ow, there's another one.
Well, he's going to have to, you know, it's no disqualification, so he can use anything he can get a hold of, and that's what you've got to do right here. Here he goes. Going to take the chair. Is he going to fly? Yeah, right here in front of us.
Did you see how high he got?
I'm telling you what, that's what he had to do. He had to use the force from coming off such an extension up the top of the ropes. He was able to catch Abyss straight on right there.
That's exactly what he did, springing off that top rope, crashing down with the double sledge. Look out. Right here next to the broadcast table, just to the right of us, the exchange between the two, right hands, and it looks like Abyss all of a sudden is getting the better of it.
Oh, nice punch right there by Sabu, but this has all of a sudden just become a brawl, and we knew it would be. That's why they made it no disqualification, because these guys, they don't have any concept of getting back in the ring once they get out brawling out in the crowd.
Right, that's why I said what a good move it was, almost a preemptive strike by management to make that kind of a decision, make it no DQ, make it falls count anywhere, and then just turn these guys loose. Well, Abyss has gone out of camera range, now coming back in, and
what's he got? He's got a table, it looks like. He sure does. As Sabu goes over, tries to give him a few blows to deter him, but Abyss, again, he's just got that one-track mind, and he's focused on the table right now, and it's going to take a lot to stop him.
Abyss going to try and get that table in position. Sabu back up. Sabu able to rifle off a couple of right hands before Abyss drops him down again, now positioning the table, but he turns his back on Sabu. You know, we've seen this from Abyss in the past. once he gets his mind set, Don, to do something, it's almost as if he has tunnel vision.
Yes. He sure does. And then, I mean, he'll stop at nothing till he accomplishes his goal, no matter how small it might be. And now he goes up and he knows he's got his table set up. Now it's time to put Sabu through it.
Big clubbing blows to the back by Abyss has Sabu on the defensive and definitely in trouble in this no disqualification match. Now he's got him throttled.
I'll tell you what, though, you look at the size of Sabu and you think there's no way he'd stand a chance, but Sabu is, well, they don't call him suicidal, homicidal, and genocidal for a reason. This guy has no fear.
You saw that Abyss was going to try and choke slam Sabu from the ring entrance ramp down to the table, but Sabu able to stop him and able to fight.
He puts him through the table. That was amazing by Sabu. I'll tell you what, oh man, and I believe Abyss's head may have hit the rail there too. Did you see Sabu? He almost fell back through the stage back there and able to get up and just use his momentum.
And now comes flying off the ramp, crashing down. Remember, fall count anywhere. Here's two. No.
Well, I'm glad you reminded me of that there because I wasn't expecting him to go for the pin. Smart move by Sabu. He almost ended it right here.
And just as Abyss gets back up to his feet, he's able to connect with a wild right. Going to try and get some distance here between himself and Sabu so that he can recuperate. Sabu follows up, catches him with a glancing right. There's another one right to the jaw.
I'll tell you what, look at him. He's just bringing these blows in, one after another.
Boy,
let's see if we can see that table smash again, Mike.
Let's do it. Let's take another look as we see two steel chairs put into the ring. Let's take another look.
Oh. Right into the rail, and oh man, you see Sabu grabbing chair after chair, smashing it on Abyss.
Wow. 6'8", 350 going directly through the table. Chair shot to the back by Sabu, but Abyss is able to reverse it and send him shoulder first into the steel ring post.
I'll tell you what, think about it. Most people, they go, right into the steel pole.
Sabu able to duck out of the way. The right hand of Abyss makes contact with the steel. Again, remember the extra impact points on the six-sided ring, two of which are those extra steel ring posts as we see Sabu wedging a chair between the top and middle rope.
Took him a little too long there as Abyss was able to get into the ring, and now he's got him. Oh no.
Torture rack, first step. Usually the second is that shock treatment, sit-down backbreaker, but Sabu able to avoid it. Oh man. Waffled him. One chair shot. Big man still standing.
Well, the guy's already gone through a gone through a chair, hit the steel rail. I mean, this monster is unbelievable. But now, how many blows can he take?
Chair shot after chair shot delivered by Sabu, and then the leg drop.
Uses the chair right there and leaves his weight to land on it.
And here's two. No.
Abyss just flung him back.
Broke the chair. Look at it. Steel chair has just been twisted because of the impact of those blows from Sabu to Abyss. And now, headed to the top.
Oh, good move by Abyss right there.
He committed himself. Sabu commits himself. Abyss able to cut him off. And now the advantage goes in Abyss's favor. He's got the steel chair. Sabu in the middle rope. Look at this. He caught it.
Sends it right back at him.
Smash mouth time. Steel chair right into the face.
What's he going to do now as Sabu goes up with the chair in hand? Whoa, he's doing everything in his power to take out Abyss. This guy just takes him shot after shot, and somehow he's still in there.
And you can see that Sabu in trouble as well after crashing down with that blow. He's feeling the after effects as well. The delay in the pin is maybe the difference in only getting a 2 count on Abyss.
I'll tell you what, he's wearing down Abyss a little bit, though, as you saw Abyss try to throw Sabu off there, and he was just able to get Sabu off of him to get his shoulder up, but it didn't seem like he had the strength, but Sabu is in total control right here. Good move, though, by Abyss.
Well, that float over move, it may work one time. Oh, God. Didn't work the second time, and boy, did Sabu pay. The steel chair that Sabu had wedged between the ropes, Abyss is able to take Sabu and drive him head first right into the chair. Now he's got him up. Step one, the torture rack.
Oh, look at him just grinding down on the neck as he pulls.
There's the shock treatment. Part 2 of the backbreaker from the torture rack into the shock treatment move. And let's see if Abyss can put him away.
Oh, that's got to be it right there as you see Sabu.
350 on top of him, two.
Oh, Sabu able to fight it out.
Abyss left him an opening, and Sabu was able to extend his arm and connect with the punch and stop the count of the referee.
It's almost like Abyss just didn't put his full weight on him there, Mike, and if he would have, it would have been over.
Steel chain now, and it's no disqualification. Steel chain is legal. Abyss brought it to the ring. Sabu's grabbed one end of it.
I don't know that Abyss is aware of it. Look at it right here. He's wrapping the legs of Abyss. Great move by Sabu.
He just outsmarted the monster.
Yes. Well, you talked about how Abyss gets so focused on something, and he was just focused on the chain in hand. When he paid attention, his Abyss uses it as a punching glove.
Yeah, Sabu wrapping that steel chain around his hand, drives it into the head of Abyss. Gonna spring off the ropes, watch the chair, spring to the top. Yes. He caught the moonsault. Now he's gonna go right back to the offensive. Chair, shot.
Just slams it right down on him. I mean, we've seen some vicious matches tonight. Here he goes again. Oh, good move there by Abyss. Threw the chair right into him before Sabu could get his balance, and it cost Sabu out inside the ring.
Super quick reactions on the part of Abyss, because the minute that Sabu made contact with those ropes, Abyss was there to catch him from behind, and you see Sabu out on the arena floor here at the Asylum on hands and knees.
What's going now is you see him as he's trying to get away again. Falls count anywhere, so they don't have to be in the ring. As Abyss now going after it.
Yeah, this is the strategy. This should be the game plan for Abyss. Follow him out to the floor. Use things like that steel ring post. Use things like this steel safety rail. Whoa!
Just threw him right over the rail right there.
Tossed him right over the safety rail and right into the first row of seats, and now big man is going to follow up.
You see Sabu just trying to get away.
Clear a path here at the Asylum. Two of the most unpredictable and out-of-control men to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. Well, they've stepped foot out of the ring now, and they're battling in the Asylum.
To get a perspective of how big Abyss is, look at him around normal people around the ring. I mean, he's just absolutely a monster.
Abyss able to take Sabu down, and, well, we talked about it earlier. This focus, this tunnel vision, he heads to the back.
Another table as he pulls out here.
Dragging a table from the back of the Asylum, and again, that tunnel vision comes back to haunt him because Sabu stops him.
Sabu getting up there and just putting the blows, and now setting Abyss on it. What's he going to do? He's going up top. Is he going to come off the balcony?
He's in the bleachers.
Oh, he does. He catches him right there on the table. This could be it.
Yeah, you're right. Falls count anywhere if Sabu has the presence to go for the cover. Caught the leg drop, driving Abyss through the table.
What's he doing now? He's getting another table.
And Sabu putting the table in position and already weakened Abyss.
I guess he wants to finish him off right here as, again, he sets him up, and he's going up top again.
Caught him with the leg drop, first from the bleacher area, now headed up to the perch up near the balcony.
All the way to the balcony.
Oh, my goodness.
Here he goes. Look at that. Wait.
I was going to say from the second story here at the Asylum, and just as he went to the top, you saw that the lights have been not.
What's going on? Someone get some lights on.
I don't know, remember the mind games last week when this happened from Raven.
Oh, is Raven going to send him another message?
What's going on here? You see the flash?
Wait a minute! There's Raven!
He's back! Raven's back, and he's got it. That's a noose!
He's hanging him there with a noose!
He's got it wrapped.
Oh, Raven! He sends him right there on top of the table!
Dropped down from the second floor, from the balcony here. Raven had that noose wrapped around him.
Oh! And then finishes it off with the coup de grace right there through the table.
Drops the elbow. Look at this, he threw this on top. That's it, that's it. And so when it's no DQ, it's falls count anywhere. For weeks we've heard about the challenge issued by Raven to Sabu, and Raven returns to the Asylum and makes an impact.
Almost time for the grudge match, and the question on everyone's lips, will AJ Styles be ready to go? Michael Shane and Kazarian, along with the beautiful Tracy. We know you men have earned your shot at the X Division title. Michael Shane, your thoughts, sir, on tonight's grudge match?
Scott, you know, as well as Frankie knows, as well as Tracy knows, as well as I know, that AJ Styles will not get in that ring tonight. But we're not out here right now to talk about a grudge match with AJ Styles. No, 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 no. We're out here because we have two questions that we want answered. And those two questions are who and when. Who's getting the title shot first? and when is it gonna happen? What do you think, Kazarian? Well, you know what? I think AJ Styles is a very slow learner because we've already taught him that we own the X division. And bro, if you get the first crack at AJ, congrats, because you know if I get it, the favor's gonna be paid back. You know it, brother.
There's a cue, guys. Hit the ring. Will AJ Styles be ready to go? Let's find out right now.
And we are again looking live in the Asylum locker room. You see the training staff as well as Jerry Lynn and Chris Sabin all checking on the condition of AJ. I'm just trying to read the body language here, but to me it doesn't look like AJ's going to be able to go.
The following contest is a special tag team attraction. About to make their way to the ring, being led by Tracy. They are the team of Kazarian and Michael Shane.
Two former X Division champions brought together by their animosity and, quite honestly, their outright jealousy over the phenomenal AJ Styles. Jealous to the point that last Wednesday here at the Asylum, they both took advantage of AJ's injured knee. They scored single wins over the X Division title holder, and in the process, they set themselves up for future title shots against AJ for the X Division title.
Opponents, first of all, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Jerry Lynn, and from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
Well, obviously, AJ Styles couldn't go, Mike. We saw it. We were reading the body language. He had the knee wrapped up. You got the feeling when Chris Sabin was there ready, and I think you know how bad AJ wants to compete. But Chris Sabin, if you are going to have somebody replace AJ Styles, that's about as good as it gets right there in Chris Sabin.
You're right. Take another former X Division champion as your partner, and we see that it's going to be Michael Shane and Jerry Lynn to start it off. Jerry Lynn, there he is on your screen, the pioneer of the X Division. You know, he also recently found himself on the receiving end of what was a vicious verbal and then a physical assault from Shane and Kazarian. 24-year-old Shane, 26-year-old Kazarian. They feel like time has passed 40-year-old Jerry Lynn by. Tonight, Jerry Lynn can prove that he can hang with the best of the X Division, and he's going to do it with Chris Sabin as his partner because AJ's just not able to go.
Well, you know, Chris Sabin's somebody he handpicked, and you know he was doubting whether AJ could go. And then again, if you're Jerry Lynn, do you want a injured AJ Styles in the ring, or do you want a healthy Chris Sabin?
Now you see Tracy right there, right in the midst of it, and causing the distraction that allows Shane and Kazarian to gain the advantage here in the early going. You know, just thinking about Sabin, and, you know, Don, we had been wondering who Chris Sabin sided with in this ongoing X Division controversy. Maybe was he in agreement with Shane and Kazarian that AJ should be eliminated from the X Division? It was a question we had, but I think we've received our answer tonight.
Oh, absolutely, as Jerry Lynn catches that perfectly.
Tilt-a-whirl, head scissors, and then follow-up face jam. Bar legs, two. No.
I'll tell you what, Jerry Lynn's on fire right there. That looked just like the Jerry Lynn of old, and we don't see him in the ring as often, but it's always a pleasure when we get to see him. And now the young Chris Sabin, a guy that, you know, we always talk about the potential. This guy's already met his potential. He's so good.
First, it's the drop toe hold by Sabin. Then it's the leg drop by Lynn, which leads to a pin attempt by Sabin on Kazarian. But again, another near fall for Lynn and Sabin.
One thing about Michael Shane and Kazarian, they do work well together. They've had a common bond and a common cause, and it was to get AJ Styles out of the X Division. Well, they eventually are going to get their matches with AJ, and oh man, Chris Sabin catches him.
Caught him at the spin move, but Kazarian quickly kicks out. Now Sabin catches Michael Shane napping on the apron, caught him with a right. Kazarian able to take Sabin up and over, shoulder block from the apron. Flips in, ducks the clothesline. Great, just great anticipation move. Sabin able to anticipate it. Shane takes out his own.
Here goes Sabin and takes him out again.
Flip dive by Sabin on Kazarian.
Wow, Chris Sabin, what incredible moves. First off, he moves out of the way just in time, causing Michael Shane to take out his own partner. And then he takes care of Michael Shane, comes back, goes over the ropes, and gives Kazarian another one for good measure.
We got to take another look at this.
Look at this. Oh, catches him just as Kazarian was trying to get back in the ring.
And what we didn't see was Jerry Lynn cutting off Michael Shane as Shane was going to try and do a high-risk move down on Sabin. That's what teamwork's all about. We are back live and back in the ring. Sabin and Kazarian fighting it out in this tag team match. Shot off into the corner. Look at Sabin. Quickly goes to the apron. Catches Kazarian with the back elbow. Shane going to try and take him down. Sabin able to connect with a couple of kicks on Shane.
Oh, good counter there by Kazarian, though, as he met Sabin coming right down.
What was the key? The distraction by Shane. That allows Kazarian to regroup. It also distracts Chris Sabin. Kazarian connects with the kick. And now while Shane has the boot set into place, Kazarian drives Sabin face first into it.
We're looking at 4 former X Division champions all in the ring right now. And Michael Shane and Chris Sabin, 2 of them who held it as long as anybody. And oh, Michael Shane drills him with the knee.
Off the knee drop. Here's the pin attempt for Shane, and Shane on Sabin, but again, just a 2 count. Well, you're right. If you think back, Don, the year 2003, really the X Division title was the property of Shane and Kazarian. The length of time that these men held the titles, especially Michael Shane, for one reign, and still a record setter.
You see right there, Kazarian, they've got Sabin isolated on their end of the ring and setting him up right there, and Jerry Lynn, there's nothing he can do.
From the outside, you see the bolo punch from the outside by Shane, but then the release German suplex by Kazarian, and another 2 count.
Sabin kicks out of it right there. Sabin's been taking the brunt of it right now. He is so young and so strong, and one of those guys that you just can't help but respect when you look at his ability out there. You know he will be X Division champion again. He just got so much talent, but right now Kazarian has got him under control. And look at Kazarian coming. Oh, beautiful move.
Puts the moves together. First it's the mid-ring slam, then the leg drop. Now the pin attempt, and just a 2 count. Sabin able to kick out at 2 using his leg strength.
Right now he needs to let the experience of Jerry Lynn take over right here, as Michael Shane and Kazarian are in Sabin's head. They've got him under control. They're keeping him over on their side of the ring.
Yeah, you need the experience, but I think even more importantly, you need the freshness aspect of Jerry Lynn, because Sabin has been in for several minutes here.
Yeah, that's an even better point, because right now Sabin has just, I don't know how long he can keep fighting him off. And look at this, they're just humiliating him right now, pulling on the neck, grinding. It's just frustrating for Sabin.
Yeah, sleeper, choke variation.
See the pain in his face.
Referee Andrew Thomas checking. You can see right on top of the situation to make sure that that is not a chokehold here from Shane. Sabin going to try and get back up to his feet, back up to a vertical base. Pair of elbows, going to try a third. Well,
Shane just threw him right down.
He broke it with those series of elbows, but then Shane just stopped him, grabbed him right by the hair, drove him down to the mat, and does it a second time.
Does it again. They're just, I mean, how many more of these blows can Sabin take before they're able to put him away? Again, you've got to get the fresh man in the ring, and here comes Sabin showing some fire.
Mounting an offensive, forearms, repeated shots, knife edge chop, forearm again, then the knife edge, and cut off in mid-offensive moves by Shane. Shot off into the ropes is Sabin. Well, they telegraphed the back body drop, and it looked like it would hurt Shane.
Oh, nice kick there by Sabin.
Sabin able to connect with the kick, and now he's got to get Jerry Lynn in.
Crowd chanting "Hail Sabin," which of course is his mantra. And Jerry Lynn knows he's got to get in that ring, and Sabin has got to find out where he is first. He's disoriented right there.
Yeah.
You can tell.
You can tell that he is trying to regroup.
You see Tracy in the background cheering on Michael Shane.
Trying to get his ring awareness. And as he heads towards the corner, Michael Shane is able to hook his leg. Drags him across, but tag was in. Jerry Lynn in, Kazarian, both fresh men in.
Oh, as you see right there, Jerry Lynn on fire as he's taking it to Kazarian. And right there at ringside, just walked out by us, is on one crutch is AJ Styles.
AJ Styles down to ringside to cheer on this team. Leg drop for Lynn on Shane. And now Jerry Lynn has got Kazarian. Is he going to go for the cradle pile driver?
Oh, here comes Tracy in to distract it.
And scratches back with those long nails.
Tracy's going to get the cradle pile driver.
Oh, Kazarian cuts him off. Now Kazarian has Jerry Lynn going to go for the wave of the future.
As you see AJ Styles right there at ringside, and he distracts Kazarian. Great move. As Jerry Lynn's got him. He does it.
The winners of the match, the team of Jerry Lynn and Chris Sabin.
Well, that time the distraction on the part of AJ works for Lynn and Sabin. As you see, Kazarian just made contact and sent AJ down to the floor. You can see right here in front of us, Don, AJ is favoring that knee and holding on to it.
Oh yeah, he obviously can't put pressure on that knee, and that's why he's got the crunch right there. Kazarian gave him a cheap shot, and I can't necessarily blame Kazarian because AJ came in and distracted him to help Lynn get the win, but now AJ gets in the ring and they're giving the beat down on him.
Michael Shane, those double sledge blows to the back of AJ. AJ tries to get back up to his feet. Look out for Michael Shane.
Look at this, Shane, as you see AJ trying to grab the crunch right there, and he uses it. I mean, and that's what you got to do as well. He just busts the crunch right over the top of him and gives one to Kazarian.
That's the way to make the save. Use that crunch as a weapon. Shot for Shane, and then one for Kazarian, and AJ's asked for the mic.
Kazarian! Michael Shane! You want to know who gets the first shot at my title? You want to know who? The both of you.
What?
What?
Both of them?
What you thinking? You can't do a one-on-two.
When? How about next week?
Next week?
Right here in this very ring. You guys seem to think that you own the X Division. Well, I'm going to give you the opportunity to prove it. Prove it in a match that I've never competed in.
What?
Something special. A match that put TNA and the X Division on the map.
Could he be?
You don't think?
Say it, AJ, say it.
Ultimate X.
He just said it. He said it. He said it. AJ issuing the challenge for the Ultimate X match for next week here at the Asylum. My God.
They got to take him on. 2-on-1. AJ's never done it. The Ultimate X.
Let's go to Hudson, standing by with Raven.
Raven, it's been the talk of TNA for the last 4 weeks. The mysterious absence. Just where have you been, Raven?
Where is Raven? Where is Raven? I suppose Sabu has been racking his feeble brain, trying to imagine when and where I would show up next. But praying for divine intervention that I'd either retired or been in a car wreck or something equally debilitating. But where I've been, what lies behind, what lies ahead are tiny matters compared to what lies within. And what lies within Sabu is 24-karat, non-negotiable, irrefutable cowardice. I remember his uncle, the Sheik, asking me, no, pleading with me, why would Allah treat him so cruelly, to give him such a sniveling, crying, whining crybaby of a nephew, when he could have had a deity like myself? My only consolation is that the Sheik is no longer alive to bear witness to this tragedy. Ultimately, however, Sabu, you're just a bit player in my adventures, a walk-on role, an insignificance. So Friday at Impact, Sabu, it's time for you to play your little part. Fight or flight, Sabu. Fight or flight. Fight or flight, Sabu. Fight or flight. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Can you hear this crowd?
Do you believe this?
Jeff Hardy makes his appearance in TNA.
It's a feel to be part of the second anniversary of TNA. Jeff, I know you're frustrated.
TNA dropped the ball. The ball has been dropped on Jeff Hardy.
Jeff, I know you're frustrated, but come on.
I'm personally taking Jeff Hardy's situation into my wallet and see what happens.
You've got to be frustrated about not getting to the conclusion. We want to know.
I want a response from you, Jeff Hardy.
Hulk Hogan tried to come to TNA, and I took him out. Sting tried to come to TNA, and I took him out. And this Wednesday, Jeff Hardy's coming to TNA, and I might just take him out, because it's going to be a historical night at the Asylum. I guarantee you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth has arrived. It's time to find out whether Jeff Hardy will accept the proposal or not. At this time, allow me to introduce to you the man who Vince Russo has given the authority to close the deal. He's the one and only American Dream. He's Dusty Rhodes.
Been on some really electrifying nights in my career. I have wined and dined with kings and queens and slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans. Vince Russo, my hat's off to you, giving me the opportunity to pursue this dream, to pursue what I felt would take this company of TNA to another level. I went all over North Carolina. I stomped through the mud and the blood and the beer. And I tell you what, you talk about a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, the most electrifying athlete on the planet, the new member of the TNA roster, Jeff Hardy!
It's a resounding yes. The electricity in this building is unbelievable right now. This is history right here. Free agent right here in the wrestling business, getting ready to put his name on the dotted line. We've always heard what Dusty promised him. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it obviously got him here in the building. And there he goes. Listen to the crowd as the champagne is up.
Whoa. Wait a minute, Jeff. I know that we just dotted all the I's and T's there, but I got a little contract I've been carrying around for about a month here. And let me tell you what this is all about. This wasn't about the money. This wasn't about coming up here in a limo, even though I borrowed that limo from Toby Keith. He loaned it to me to get over here tonight. It wasn't about having his own dressing room. It wasn't about somebody coming in and counting all the M&Ms, making sure all the green M&Ms wasn't in there. It wasn't about anything but passion for one thing, a passion for what I have done for 35 years, a passion for what he wants to do, what he wants to become. Only one thing did he want. Only one thing, and when he signs this, I guarantee you he's gonna get it. Right here, in this contract, it says that Jeff Hardy is awarded a match for the NWA World Heavyweight title.
Wow! You gotta be kidding! That's what brought him over! Guaranteed a title shot!
Make it happen.
It's not about money, cars, or fame. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, the alpha male.
Not tonight, Jeff. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you're here. That's great for the fans. But I don't care where you worked. I don't care what you did, what you were. You're here in the alpha male's domain, Jeff Hardy. I'm next. I'm glad you found a passion, but the passion is here, and I will be next for the title shot. The alpha male will be next, and I am 1 pound away from taking the title.
Wow, Monty, wait a minute. Well, we're going to find out what the King of the Mountain has to say about it.
Wait just a minute. Nobody in this ring should be discussing the NWA World title. Monty Brown, I told you last week, you're a AA ball player just trying to get to the majors. You, American Dream, Vince Russo's not here. And you know it and I know it, that you have no authority to hand out a world title match. Because all world title matches come through me, the King of the Mountain, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And as far as you go, Jeff Hardy, you obviously didn't heed my warning last week. I told you that Hulk Hogan tried to come to TNA, but I took TNA to Hogan. and the wrestling world hadn't heard a peep out of him since then. He's off making records and music with his daughter. Sting had a little short stint in TNA, and I knocked him clear back to California. So Jeff Hardy, don't even bother unpacking your bags, because tonight I'm gonna send you packing.
Whoa! He just slapped Jeff Hardy in
You
the
see that, Punk? You just need to dance on that.
Hardy's not gonna take it! He didn't come in here to put up with that! Oh, and he's going crazy! And he just throws Jarrett right over the table! Oh, Hardy's on fire right here! Taking him into the ropes, and there he goes! Wow!
What a debut for Jeff Hardy! What do you think of this, Dream?
Take it good, Jeff! Wow, it's Jeff Hardy just letting him have it!
Repeated shots by Jeff Hardy to the head of the King of the Mountain. The NWA champ powers him down. Jeff Hardy has made an impact, and look at this, Dream! Here he goes!
He's coming up high! Oh, he catches him! Oh, yeah! Wait a minute! A pounce by the alpha male!
He never saw that one coming! Hardy's attention was on Jeff Jarrett, and you saw the pounce from the alpha male, Monty Brown! Hardy with the comeback on the alpha male! Look out! Watch Jarrett! Watch Jarrett from behind with the guitar! Look out, Jeff!
Oh, he just slapped Hardy!
The latest victim of the guitar shot from the King of the Mountain is Jeff Hardy!
Oh, as you see right here, the security coming in to break it up!
Done earlier today, I had the chance to talk to Kid Cash. Go ahead and roll that tape now!
Kid Cash, I requested this interview to get to the bottom of the story, and let's get right to the point. What are the reasons behind your suspension on the part of TNA management?
Are you an idiot? Tell me, Mike TNA, are you an idiot? You know that I can't say a word about what has happened in the last 2 weeks. So why are you even going there? You're the one that called me here. You want to know something?
I do.
Ask something.
Well, okay, if you can't give me the what behind the story, maybe you can give me the why.
I'll tell you why. Because of TNA and their special treatment that they give AJ Styles. That's why.
Wait a minute, we've heard this for several weeks also from Michael Shane and Kazarian.
Well, we've heard this very careful. Bite me. You've been hearing this for 2 years from Kid Cash. You're not back there, Mike TNA. You're not in that freaking dressing room every single week. I'm about ready to throw up how Vince Russo has his nose so far up the crack of AJ Styles is pathetic. How TNA treats AJ Styles and a few other people in this company so much better than the real talent that's sitting in the dressing room. You tell me why that you got a 4-year boy, 4 years in this business. He's on the cover of all the DVDs. He's got the best of AJ Styles. He's got his own freaking t-shirt for 2 years. 4 years, what has he done? Nothing.
What makes Kid Cash so much better than AJ Styles?
What? Ask that question one more time, stupid. Right now, ask me again.
This is your opportunity to educate me.
Well,
what makes Kid Cash better
You're the professor. Go back to your history books. What has Kid Cash done? Every single organization I've ever been in, I've been a champion. Every single organization that I've ever worked for treated me with respect. And I put my 110% into every organization. What has AJ Styles done? Where's he been that I haven't already been? That I haven't already done? and that I'm already still doing. Let me tell you something. I don't like anybody, and you know that. There's only one good wrestler in this world, and that's me. I'm the most well-rounded athlete that wrestling has in this business today. Admit it, Mike Tenay. Stick AJ's face in front of a microphone. See how exciting it is to watch little AJ. Stick America's Most Wanted in front of a microphone. See how exciting they are. Let's get the blood pumping a little bit. Huh? When you want to get the blood pumping, when you want to see real talent, who do the people turn to? Kid Cash.
I noticed that for the past couple of weeks while you've been suspended, we haven't seen Dallas as well. Was he suspended also?
No, he hasn't been suspended. This is my family right here, man. We're two freaking ninja juggalos. We do what we want when we want because we're that bad and we're that good.
You know, in the 2 years of TNA, there have been very few suspensions. The question I have to ask is, Kid Cash, did you learn anything from this suspension?
Did I learn anything from this suspension? Question is, Mike Tenay, did TNA and the office learn anything from my suspension?
In anticipation of our main event for the NWA World Tag Team titles, AMW and the Naturals, the 6 sides of steel are being constructed here at the TNA Asylum. And Don, I know you've got some important business to start things off.
Oh, absolutely. I can hardly wait for history to be made here. But we just finished our last academy at the Asylum. For those of you that want to be a wrestler and you want to know when the next gut check is, it's September 13th and 14th. And you need to get registered now. Go to TNAWrestling.com and register. You know that Impact is on Friday, and making his debut on Impact, Raven will finally be coming to the Impact Zone.
You know, Don, while we were watching that pre-taped interview with Kid Cash, I just received word from Vince Russo that we have several matches confirmed for next Wednesday night exclusively on pay-per-view, including referee Mike Posey one-on-one against David Young.
Now you heard Goldilocks. She offered up her pile of money for your contract if anybody would take on her boys, the Baby Bear Alex Shelley or the Monster Abyss. I don't know what D-Ray 3000 was thinking, but they now have a match. D-Ray 3000 Shark Boy against Abyss and Alex Shelley. But can you believe it? Next week, history again. AJ Styles has never been in one of these. It's Ultimate X4. Michael Shea, Kazarian, and AJ Styles. Steel cables forming the X. Who will bring down the belt? Ultimate X4 this Wednesday night.
You're right, Don. For only a 4th time in the 2+ years of TNA, Ultimate X next Wednesday. But that's not all.
No.
#1 contenders match next Wednesday. Jeff Hardy against the alpha male, Monty Brown.
Right, Jeff Hardy right here.
Let's send it to the back. Scott Hudson with AMW. Go, Scott.
They've erected the 6-sided ring out in the Asylum. Cowboy James Storm, Wildcat Chris Harris. Tonight, you got a chance to make history once again.
Scott. Last year, me and this man, we made history in TNA's first ever steel cage match. Tonight, it's not a matter of a chance. We will make history once again in 6 sides of steel. We do it. We're going to prove one more time that we are the greatest tag team in the world today, and we're going to prove it by becoming 5-time World Tag Team Champions.
Cowboy James Storm.
Naturals is very easy while this interview's going on. Go look in the mirror, look at yourself, fix your hair. Because once that cage locks, you're not gonna look like that anymore. And Triple X, when tonight's over with, we will give you your shot because we want to make history. 3 Live Crew, Team Canada, and whoever else wants to step up, because me and this man are gonna prove that we are the best.
Now you guys are sitting here talking about making history, Well, remember this, history has a tendency to repeat itself. Yeah. And history shows that Triple X is 4-1 against AMW. Now, I've always said, Prime Time, that it didn't matter to me who won the belts, but let's be honest. Wouldn't it be poetic justice if when we win the belts again, we won it from these two guys?
We would like nothing better but to make it Triple X 5 and AMW 1.
Not a chance, boys.
We'll see who's best. We'll see who's best.
Let's take a look at the tag team titles.
After being put on Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling's gut check list, the Naturals found themselves needing to make an impact. Their targets, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted.
Look out! Oh, wait a minute! Oh, man, we talked about it, and there they are. And they're in the ring gear of America's Most Wanted. They're putting makeup, they're putting lipstick. That's lipstick. Well, that's just humiliation at its worst right there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, again. And you go again. Chase Stevens with the steel chair shot. He's finding the finish. He got him. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. One, two, three. Get it. No. They may have just overlooked the Natural. Here it goes. Double team move. They're going to go for it. Yes. Top rope. Cut with the death sentence. It's done. They got the win.
The winners of the match, America's Most Wanted.
Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas have stolen the tag title.
In a shocking victory, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas became the new World Tag Team Champions in a controversial title match.
But wait a minute. It's America's Most Wanted. And you know they want revenge on the Naturals.
My God, this thing is totally out of control. But bottom line, you cannot blame Chris Harris.
No,
you cannot
not
blame
one
James
bit.
Storm. Not in the least.
If AMW climbs up those ladders and gets their stuff back, their property, which you stole, the following week, they will get a shot at those tag team titles.
Storm reaching up. Stevens as well.
Oh, look at that blow for the Cowboy.
Terry, take it down, James.
He took it there.
He did it. He did it. AMW wins it.
They've done it.
For the first time in wrestling history, a six-sided steel cage!
Yes!
Witness wrestling history as the Naturals take on America's Most Wanted for the NWA World Tag Team titles in the six-sided cage. Live and exclusively on the Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling pay-per-view.
We hope you're ready at home. The fans, the announcers here at the TNA Asylum, we're ready for our main event for the NWA Tag Team titles, and let's go to the taglines. Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas took shortcuts to the top. You may question their methods, but you can't deny their status as the World Tag Team Champions. It was just over a year ago, June 25, 2003, when Chris Harris and James Storm won TNA's first ever steel cage match. They hope that history repeats itself. For the first time ever, the most famous stipulation match in the business, the steel cage, is taken to an unprecedented level. Only at the Asylum, it's time to experience a piece of wrestling history and another innovation from TNA. And here come the NWA World Tag Team title holders, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, guaranteed themselves a spot on the TNA roster when they gained the attention of America's Most Wanted by stealing both AMW's identity and then the NWA World Tag Team titles. They've come a long way from the gut checklist to a pay-per-view main event in what is without question the highest profile, most important match of their careers. Challengers. Last week, right here at the Asylum, Chris Harris and James Storm took the all-important first step in their efforts to regain what they refer to as their NWA World Tag Team titles. AMW prevailed in a last-chance double ladder match, and as a result, they were able to choose their battleground. For the second and most important step in their plan, it's this championship match. It's contested inside the six-sided steel cage. Let's go to JB for the introductions of the wrestlers in our title match main event. Ladies